Pearly Sports Complex for one of the first athletic events sanctioned by the Vermont Principals Association in half a year, as the Bellows Free Academy Comets play host to the South Burlington Wolves in this 2020 varsity girls soccer season opener. There was no spring sports season in Vermont, and the fall sports and school seasons were pushed back. But for these young athletes, many of whom compete in multiple sports, today is an opportunity to exhale, albeit through a mask, and return to some normalcy. Both of these teams are exhilarated for this opportunity to return to the pitch, and so too are we at Northwest Access, overjoyed to bring you live fall sports coverage for the first time in our broadcast history. The leaves are turning, the rain is falling. It's a beautiful day for the beautiful game. The Comets versus the Wolves starts now. South Burlington begins with possession, and in the center is a freshman, Rachel Kelly. Interestingly, this South Burlington squad, who are coming off of a early season trial against Colchester, in which they fell by a score of 2-1. They have mostly juniors and freshmen, just 2 seniors and 2 sophomores. The rest are all juniors and freshmen. And in the center, who got the game underway, Rachel Kelly for South Burlington. She was a freshman. And South Burlington on the attack to begin this contest. Trying to clear it through. The Comets get it back. They're going to the far side. At midfield, it is Madison King-Thurber for South Burlington. Crossing to the near side, this is Emma Kelly, one of the 2 senior captains for the Wolves, as the Comets almost intercept, but the Wolves retain possession. Trying to find a gap in BFA's defense, and a wayward cross was not touched by the BFA defense. It's Comets ball. South Burlington was able to get the possession back again, and as they continue to work possession a little bit and try to find some sliver to get an opportunity. But that was quickly denied by Bethany Sanders, a Comet senior. Charging up, good collision, won over by the Comets. Back to midfield. And a shot is going to be reeled in by the Comet goaltender, Maren McGinn, a senior leader of this squad, one of the captains as well. The kick for the Comets is going to be taken by Janelle Hardy. The conditions for this contest, thankfully the wind has died down, but the rain seeming to be slated to continue throughout the duration of this match. It makes it fun. The challenge here again, won over by the Comets. Taylor Baldwin crossing over to Lily Laughlin. Back to Baldwin. And as it bounces around again, South Burlington has it from the left wing. Katie O'Hara will slow down a bit, wait for some help, and keep pushing on the left side. Cross to the center, and seemed to have been knocked out by McGinn. It's going to be a corner kick for the Wolves. Ava Ham is going to be taking it. She is a junior forward for South Burlington. Ham from the far corner. Just does a short pass to Oakley Mechanic. A good deflection and a scrum in the middle. It is going to be a quick goal for South Burlington. Off of the corner kick, the Wolves were able to use Oakley Mechanic's entry pass to get an opportunity which was deflected and then went past McGinn, giving the visitors the early 1-0 advantage less than 10 minutes into this one. Grace Johnson, a junior defensive back, was able to get the goal for South Burlington. And just where that last possession began, on the left side, Katie O'Hara. Jocelyn Chun with a pass up to Lily Laughlin. Throw coming from Bethany Sanders. Both of these teams have scrimmaged just once. For the Comets, it was a victory over Enosburg by a score of 4-2. Head coach Ben Marlowe talked about the game against Enosburg on Saturday was good in that it showed them a lot of what their strengths are going to be this year, and predictably, like a coach, it exploited a lot of what they need to work on this year. And in the early going of this season opener, their resilience is going to be tested first. A good clearing ball from Zoe Bunbury. For South Burlington, Oakley Mechanic lost it near their bench. Throw here from Janelle Hardy. Kind of figured a whistle was going to be coming there. Kaylee Grabowski was tripped up. And the rain picking up speed. Entry kick, punched away by McGinn. And outmatched 3-1. The ball lost by Lily Laughlin. She was doing her best to get it past the Wolves. The Wolves looking for another opportunity. They work it to the left side. O'Hara's look got pushed back. And on the near sideline, just saved in by Sophie Zemianik. In my opening salvo, the words of choice were soggy and drizzly. I think you can throw those out now. A solid downpour at the moment. But BFA with a good look here. Their back is pushed forward, and from the left side, a good challenge. Goes forward but wide. A good early opportunity and shot attempt from Alexis Cattell, the junior striker. A good steal from Jocelyn Chun. Chun pushing up the right side, but a little bit too far. Another goal kick coming for South Burlington. A host of substitutes coming into the contest for the Comets. 4 pairs of fresh legs coming in to see if they can keep the ball down in the South Burlington end and get another good opportunity. Madison King-Thurber, the defensive player who tries to clear it to the far side. Toss up in the middle. South Burlington gets the advantage again. It's a 4-on-3 right now, and they slow it up and wait for reinforcements. Try to pad their numbers even more. A strong cross gets poked away by the Comet defense, but taken back by South Burlington. Josie Oliveira backwards to King Thurber. King Thurber with a big shot, and that hit. Not sure how well you would have been able to see from your homes. There's a couple of poles that are providing structural support for the net. It hit one of the back poles, and that was what rattled and shook back there. Here's McGinn's kick. Right up the gut, controlled by Jocelyn Chun. Chun with some good footwork going up the left side. And though deflected a bit by South Burlington, it was picked up by Zoe Bunbury, who loses control again. And here comes South Burlington, Rachel Kelly. And McGinn has possession. Boot from McGinn. Jody Gratton now on the far side. Challenged by Grace Johnson of South Burlington. And Johnson with the throw. Finds Ava Ham. Bunbury unable to find a teammate as the Wolves, who have controlled the early possession for the first 15 minutes that we played. A good steal from the Comets. Jocelyn Chun able to stay on her feet as she weaves back through the middle, but she was not able to control the ball through the second defender she tried to evade. Wisely, that one just poked out of bounds by Janelle Hardy. A throw in just on the South Burlington side of midfield. Johnson dumps it off. And back to Grace Johnson. Challenged by two Comet defenders, they continue to work it back. A good leading pass again for the Wolves. Another good opportunity, but straight to the hands of Maren McGinn. Understanding that there may be some continuity issues with the stream for those who may or may not be able to hear us at the moment. You can imagine there are some technical hurdles to overcome when you are outside in a rainstorm and trying to stream live remotely. We are doing our best to overcome those hurdles, and we will certainly get continually better as the season progresses and as we broadcast more games in less inclement weather. Comet possession short-lived as the Wolves charging again. About a half dozen early opportunities already for the Wolves, though that one misplayed, and coming up with it, Ayana Raymond for the Comets. Good entry look goes wide from, again, Grace Johnson for South Burlington, a name who has been mentioned several times already and will be presumably mentioned extensively throughout. She has the lone goal in this one, with South Burlington leading by that lone goal. That wide look, however, was evidently poked aside by McGinn, and so this will be the second corner kick for South Burlington. Look up to Josie Oliveira, and quickly knocked out by the Comet defense. Bunbury heading it as that shot goes wide, and it will be a McGinn goal kick. McGinn going to the far sideline from our vantage point. Not in the least surprising, as that shot again handled easily by McGinn. Earlier I had mentioned how the wind wasn't much of a factor, just the rain. Well, the rain has slowed a bit and the wind has taken its place. Clearing effort from Chanel Hardy went near the Wolves bench. They remain in the attack. Another good cross, charging in. That was taken away from Katie O'Hara. And a good clearing effort from Bethany Sanders, the Comet senior. Again, O'Hara, and McGinn smothers it. Less than 20 minutes played thus far. McGinn has had to put her work in the early going. Inadvertent handball there from Jody Gratton. And somehow finding way through a couple of defenders. The Wolves again up the middle. Soft little shot from Josie Oliveira, easily handled. And for the Comets, here now Jody Gratton. Taken back at midfield. South Burlington has absolutely dominated the time of possession in this early going, as BFA again bringing in a new substitution. One thing that was immensely heartening and refreshing from both head coaches in speaking with them before this contest was the perspective about what this game means for these players. As South Burlington gets another opportunity, deflected by McGinn. Shot blocked by the defense that time. South Burlington asking the officials for something, nothing given, and knocked away by the Comet D. Lindsay Austin Hawley for South Burlington, the head coach, was just so very enthusiastic about how this is a relief and a release for these players to be out there. And that more than anything, just playing is fun for them, and they're enjoying this opportunity to be back to a shade of normal. Good shot there, blocked aside by McGinn. That was a hard shot from Anna Bennett, a freshman midfielder. And it's going to give South Burlington their third corner kick in this first half of play. And throughout, again, that very wholesome approach to this contest, it was certainly downplayed the dominance that South Burlington was going to bring into their game plan here, as they have absolutely controlled the possession and have had multiple good opportunities in the early going. They connected on their first opportunity, and it's the only one that we've had so far on either side halfway through this first stanza. Again,
come on, Green, let's go, girl. Come on.
Goal kick was quite seamlessly taken back by South Burlington. But control there for Taylor Baldwin, who tries to get it back. The defense on several occasions has been able to come up with it, but has not been able to get it from the defense to the midfielders, or only on one occasion to the strikers. South Burlington, on the other hand, has had exceptional ball movement in the early going. Bunbury takes control of this one and has it stripped. To the middle come the Wolves. A shot again deflected by McGinn. And the Comets unable to retain it. Here come the Wolves again. Off the top bar, and the rebound just past another Wolves striker. Incredible stick-to-itiveness from South Burlington. Grace Johnson was somehow able to get around two defenders, and another shot finally gloved and grabbed by McGinn, who just tosses this one out to the first player she sees, Jody Gratton, on the far side, and Gratton is going to keep it and move it up. An exhale opportunity for Maren McGinn. Gratton able to bring it up almost to the South Burlington box. Out on the far sideline remains South Burlington ball. The throw to Rachel Kelly. Kelly moves it right back. And a wise play from Janelle Hardy, who was able to give BFA a goal kick. More substitution from Ben Marlowe as he's seeking any opportunity to get some energy for his squad. We are under the 20-minute mark of the first half. Jocelyn Chun up to Hardy. Excuse me, that was Lily Laughlin on the far side. For South Burlington, Josie Oliveira, the entry pass. The Comet defense able to boot that one away. I believe that was Mackenzie Moore. And Emma Bapp here, just knocking it out of bounds. Before the throw in here for South Burlington, a sub coming in for the Wolves. It looks like a breather is going to be given to Katie O'Hara. And Emma Kelly, senior captain, dumps it off to Anna Bennett. Kelly just having her way through three defenders. And this is Oliveira. To the far side, she looked at Elsa Osby, but a whistle. Ball coming back to BFA. From the vantage point, you can see in the field behind the BFA net the Bob White's football team practicing. And in the field across from us, there's a JV competition between these two teams. Were it not for the masks and certainly the altered rules for the football season, a day like today would make you think that it's just a normal fall sports season. Not quite. Here again, Kelly. Charging forward. Rachel Kelly was almost able to retain it for the Wolves. Three Comet defenders finally able to push it away. But again, not fully clear it because the Wolves keep it in their half. And another entry look. Jocelyn Chun working exceptionally hard to try to single-handedly get the ball out for the home team. Kayla McKenzie. Her clearing effort out right about midfield as South Burlington will bring in another substitute. Oak, the mechanic, went back near the sideline, was able to find Kayla Grabowski. Anna Bennett for the Wolves. A good pass in to Kayla Grabowski. Looking for Bennett back up. Poked around by the defense, but the Wolves continue to control it. Finally, that one, which hit 3 players on its journey, went out just past the goal line. Back to the middle. A high shot that goes off the top, and McGinn grabbed it just before coming in. That was Josie Oliveira who almost dropped that one in over the Comet keeper. Sophie Zemianik to Emma Bapp and Kayla McKenzie. Looking in the middle, but Madison King Thurber shows complete control in dismantling that effort from the Comets. What a juke by Josie Oliveira. And a shot just high from Elsa Ostby. Looking for the second goal in the afternoon for the Wolves.
Shoot it low, Wolves.
Emma Bapp getting a breather for the Comets. Again, finding Alexis Cattell. Jocelyn Chun going up the near side. And it feels like cat and mouse for the Wolves at this point. Anna Bennett, not at all playing like a freshman. Great poise as she weaves her way through the defense. Emma Kelly back to the middle. Bennett had it lost for just a moment. Retains and goes back to Oak the mechanic. Challenged by Kayla McKenzie. And not surprisingly for the trend of the day, South Burlington gets it back. Pushing it out a bit, Elsa Ostby. Has it taken away. We'll see if the Comets are able to push it up this time. Not so, as Alexis Cattell loses it. Emma Kelly, number 18 for South Burlington. And a rare turnover there for South Burlington as Kayla McKenzie clears it, and it does not trickle out of bounds. Madison King Thurber over to Kelly. And knocked out by Cadence Moore. You can imagine at this point that the face masks of these players are getting quite waterlogged and unpleasant, as that collision was unpleasant. No whistle, just a hard one-on-one for the ball. We'll see if we get a whistle. Jocelyn Chun came up on the losing end of that battle, and she is struggling to get back up, shaking her hands, and was initially slow to get up. Seems to be okay now, though understandably they were going to take every precaution here. Great work by the medic to just sprint right out on field and be right there for Jocelyn Chun. Out of a precaution, she will leave the field, and in her stead, Ayana Raymond coming on. And play will resume. 11:35 to play in this first half. Players thought there was a whistle, and clarifying, it seems that there was. There was a moment that it seemed like the Comets might have inadvertently allowed for a one-on-one shot opportunity. But there had in fact been a whistle right at midfield. Turning it back, Grace Johnson for the Wolves. Over to Greta Heldman, back to Johnson, to Heldman, and now Madison King-Thurber. Great ball work from the Wolves. Oakland Mechanic. Back to Mechanic, pokes it up. Does not seem they will keep it on this opportunity. As Rachel Needleman found Taylor Baldwin, who knocked it out, giving the Comet defense a chance to reset. Johnson for the Wolves just stepped past the goal line with the ball before making that pass to the middle. One nothing remains our score with 10.5 to play in the first half. Again to the far side to McKenzie, who has it taken away, and Josie Oliveira to Bennett. Back to Oliveira was the effort. Knocked out by Mackenzie Moore. A good charge up front for BFA from Sophie Zemianek. Zemianek has not had many opportunities this afternoon. A good cut back for Ayana Raymond of BFA. And Raymond continuing to put pressure on it, the midfielder. Approaching 9 minutes now. And Rachel Needleman again providing a good boost over the last couple of back and forths for the Comet defense. This time it's Taylor Baldwin, who is again trying to see if the Comets can have a possession. But the Wolves have just been methodically taking it back and getting opportunities for themselves. That one wide left. And on the wide shot, 4 more Comet substitutions are being made. McGinn's goal kick, as if to South Burlington. They get another good possession, and from the far side, that shot going to be deflected off of Mackenzie Moore. but it goes back, and pushing for it, South Burlington's Kaylee Grabowski. Madison King Thurber, a good cut back to elude the pressure. And the great movement again from the Wolves. On the far side, Grace Johnson showing exceptional footwork. And BFA, 2 straight throw-ins as they're advancing it a bit now. Past midfield. Seeking to capitalize on what has been an afternoon with not a lot of opportunities. Good entry pass, no offsides, and easily reeled in. But a little life for BFA. A rare opportunity that Mercedes Rosie has been put to work for South Burlington in between the pipes. And just as quickly, the Wolves have it back on their offensive end. Back-to-back tosses for Ava Ham. Grace Johnson, the entry look. Scooped by McGinn. A good challenge between BFA's Chelsea Raymond and South Burlington's Madison King Thurber. The Wolves come up with it. This is Ava Ham. Ham back to Oliviera, to Ham. Ham, a shot. Saved by McGinn. McGinn had a shoe untied, asking for a quick time, as getting some help from a teammate. When you sign up to play defense, you usually don't expect that's going to be one of your job responsibilities, but selflessness from Bethany Sanders. Chelsea Raymond trying to push through 2 defenders. She knocks down Emma Kelly, the leader for the Wolves, who is back up now. Josie Oliveira, stolen away by Macy Boudreau. Cross pass from Alexis Cattell. Cattell gets it back. Near the goal line, has it deflected, not out, and finally out. This will be the first corner kick of the afternoon for the Comets. Or not. That was evidently out by Cattell as she was working to try to get the deflection. My apologies. Just walking up, Madison King Thurber over to Anna Bennett. Cody O'Hara lost it for a moment, and the Comets, in these last couple of minutes of the first half, giving themselves a few chances down at their end. Though that one deflected off of Jocelyn Chun, who it's good to see was able to return to the field. Rosie grabbing that one and letting the team set it up. A rare ball that went ahead of the Wolves offense.
What I'm trying to push now is a different
BFA has really not had the opportunity to spread out South Burlington so much that they can take advantage of any sort of transition like that. And with 3 minutes to play in the first half, far side throw in from Janelle Hardy. Taylor Baldwin.
Let's go, work, Pippa!
And racing towards the line, Alexis Cattell not able to get there in time. Cattell had it taken out from under her by Emma Kelly.
Come on, Pip! Come on, right here, see it!
Taylor Baldwin pushing it back for the Comets with her head that time. And as a back and forth at the middle, the Comets have it for now, trying to retain it. They do not, and here on the far side comes a chance for South Burlington. Kaylee Grabowski. Defense able to catch up with her and poking it away. In fact, Mackenzie Moore. And it stays in bounds as well for Mackenzie Moore. Madison King Thurber with some savvy control.
Did you drop this hit right?
Chun unable to get through two defenders. Johnson's look from the far side, taken away by the Comets D. And with a minute to play in the first half, perhaps the final push of this first half for the Wolves. Emma Kelly back to the middle. This is Oakley Mechanic. She goes to the far side. And Katie O'Hara. Mackenzie Moore to Chun, taken back by King Thurber. She wound up for that one, and someday it'll stop rolling.
It was working
By the time McGinn sets this up, we might have a couple of seconds left in the first half. We're down to 5 seconds, and she's just going to let it tick out. So at the end of the first half, our score, South Burlington 1, BFA nothing. We have seen the elements. A lot of rain, a little bit of wind. The temperature is dropping, and South Burlington has been in control from the onset. An early goal for the Wolves by Grace Johnson has been the only successful offensive showing for either team, but the possession has firmly been in favor of South Burlington through this first half of play. A 10-minute halftime, and we will take that timeout, but not before I remind you that through the generosity of several organizations in Franklin County, this broadcast is made possible by Northwestern Orthopedics, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Sports Complex. Northwest Access TV would like to continue these live broadcasts throughout the athletic season, but we do need your help. If you or someone you know owns a business or runs an organization that would like to donate to the cause, please reach out to the staff at Northwest Access TV. You can visit northwestaccess.tv for contact information, or you can call 802-782-8676. That's 802-782-8676. And also, in mentioning some of the sponsors who have made this broadcast possible. From as of this week, we have underwriting support as well from Northwestern Medical Center, and we thank them for their highest underwriting tier sponsorship that they have made to provide coverage of local athletics like this. 8.5 minutes until the second half gets underway. We'll be back with you then for the second half of the Wolves and the Comets from Collins-Burley. And we welcome you back to the second half of the season opening contest between the Wolves and the Comets. Varsity girls soccer season opener from this unconventional sports season. The Comets start with possession in this half, and perhaps they'll have possession a little more this second half than in the first, when South Burlington showed absolute dominance all around and had the one goal registered within the first 5 minutes. 2 40-minute halves in this level of soccer. Good control for South Burlington from Oakley Mechanic, but in the scrum gets poked around, back to Mechanic. Good work. The tag team of Taylor Baldwin and Kaylee McKenzie, but the Wolves have it back again. Look at that charge by Sophie Zemianek. 1-on-3, and she seems to be indifferent to the numbers, which were not in her favor. Early confidence in the second half from the Comets. Poised by Mercedes Rossi, the goalkeeper for the Wolves. I mentioned in the first half that the perspective from South Burlington was somewhat inspiring. Head coach Lindsay Austin Hawley talking about that it's been a challenge having a preseason when there were no scrimmages and they have not had any games yet. Here we are near the very end of September. But the girls have adjusted to the masks just fine. They've been eager, they've been positive, enthusiastic, and she says it's an outlet for these girls. And they're grateful to be out here. Their gratitude has shown itself to again be dominant through this first half of play.
Because I've had the same issue happen with my Xbox.
And for Coach Ben Marlowe's team, not the first half that they were anticipating from their home opener.
What?
But also, while looking at how this season has been adjusted, Coach Marlowe was quite impressive in the sort of regimen that he was able to describe that his players had despite the changes from COVID-19. There were remote workouts, not team practices or anything, but just for the sake of fitness. They're girls who are friends, not just during soccer season. We're doing remote workouts through Zoom and similar channels throughout the early couple of months of the pandemic and throughout the summer. And once Governor Scott gave the green light for some soccer to resume, there would be some sort of pickup matches that would be played. That was beginning in July when that occurred. The one persistent thing that Coach Marlowe discussed when I spoke with him earlier today was his team's desire to always learn, always compete. And so the expectation, as we're now 4 minutes into the second half, is that they will likely have learned a few things from that first half of play and will have made some adjustments. Already they've gone longer in the second half without giving up a goal than they did in the first couple of minutes of the first, when Grace Johnson for South Burlington found the back of the net. Bethany Sanders throwing in the far sideline. And Alexis Cattell trying to race that one down, but not before it went out of bounds. With the wind and the rain, our temperature has fallen off significantly.
We'll call it a tie. Okay, yeah, Johnson.
Officially, according to my phone at least, we are right now at 57 degrees. About 15-degree drop off from this morning when it was sunny. And you can see that rain pouring. Look at this opportunity for the Wolves, but reeled in by Maren McGinn. That was Ava Ham with the shot. Lily Laughlin tripped up and losing possession. Exceptional footwork by Grace Johnson. And offsides for the Wolves. Comet kick will be made by Mackenzie Moore. Moore, one of the seniors on this team. Interesting the age makeup of these two squads, whereas South Burlington again has just two seniors and almost all the rest either juniors or freshmen. 6 freshmen on the South Burlington squad. BFA has 0 freshmen on their roster. Not to say that you won't be seeing any freshmen out here today, because again, on the far field beyond us here,
I can tell
the JV teams, BFA and South Burlington, are meeting up. Jocelyn Chun just got pretzeled, and I'm not sure how she got up so seamlessly. And I say that as Chun goes down, and we've got to be a little bit concerned. After that fall a moment ago, she's now grabbing her leg, and Jocelyn Chun goes down. We're waiting for the whistle as South Burlington's got a scoring opportunity here. Katie O'Hara to the middle and crossed in, a goal for South Burlington. Kayla Grabowski. And the celebration of South Burlington juxtaposed by Jocelyn Chun, still down in the center circle. Not going to speculate on any injury, but she was grabbing the lower leg. She had been twisted up and came down very awkwardly. Got back up and was running with a bit of normalcy, and then the first time that she tried to cut on her leg, you could see she just had no control, and she's hobbling off now. She was down waiting for medical attention, hoping that she would get a medical whistle, but the officials were not going to do that while South Burlington had the offensive possession and were in a scoring position. And as a result of that exchange, less than 8 minutes into this second half of play, South Burlington has grabbed a 2-goal lead. Again, it was Kaylee Grabowski who came up with it. On the far sideline, there's some stretching for Jocelyn Chun. She already took one big hit earlier in this game and was able to come back. Showed immense resilience just to be out here. And speaking of resilience, great strength by Jody Gratton, the sophomore. Just got knocked to the ground hard and comes back up. Here's an opportunity for the Comets. Trouncing it, however, Mercedes Rossi. South Burlington getting another push here. So not getting a lot of roll with the field as thick as it is with all this rain. Good defense, however, from Janelle Hardy, who knocks it up. Emma Kelly. The throw into Ava Ham, back to Kelly. King Thurber up to Oakland Mechanic. And somehow finds a gap. No shot, however, for Rachel Kelly, as Marin McGinn was there to catch it. Good news for the Comets is that Jocelyn Chun is up and walking on the sideline. Bunbury trying to clear it away, has two offensive players around her, make that three. And just looks like some early fatigue here for the Comet defense. Not entirely surprising, they have been worn down by this South Burlington attack. But Bunbury was just kind of single-handedly trying to get the ball out with three Wolves attackers around her. And here come the Wolves again. Mechanic over to O'Hara. And this is Emma Kelly crossing in. Bunbury heads it away. Winding up, and that shot is wide right from Josie Oliveira. Well, again, while we see Jocelyn Chun walking along the sideline, one perspective would be gratitude that we have not seen more players take any awkward falls or bad slips with the weather as it is. Great spacing from the Wolves. And that lead pass corralled by McGinn. Boots it up to midfield where the Wolves get it back. Couple of side steps from Oakland Mechanic. And the pass off. Almost taken back by the Comets, but as usual, the Wolves have it again. And McKelly up to Ava Ham. Ham with a lot of open space. Great ball movement from Mechanic to the far side. Back to the middle. And the shot batted down by McGinn. Marin McGinn, a very sure-handed player for the Comets in the goal, but she has been forced to do a lot of work this evening. Jody Grattan challenging the Wolves. Finally gets a little bit of help. Looked like Cadence Moore on the far side. Bunbury. And McKenzie, and Alexis Cattell pushing it. And with the one-on-one between Cattell and Emma Kelly, Kelly able to deflect it off the defender. The far corner now, Katie O'Hara. Back to the middle, and McGinn snags it out of the air. And some substitutes coming for the Comets. It appears Lily Laughlin is back into the game, as well as Sophie Zemianik. Zemianik quickly being put to work. And Cadence Moore is thrown down to the ground by Kaylee Grabowski. And a collective groan from the home fans after that little scrum. Zemianik back to Grattan. Jody Grattan tried to get past two defenders, unable, and the Wolves try to set up. Zemianik pushing it ahead to no one in particular. And Emma Kelly, the omnipresent Wolves leader. From the far side, a wide shot off one of the back support beams of the goal. The sky seems to be lightening a bit is the good news, but perhaps before we get to the respite in the weather, a last downpour. It's a wet one. Ava Ham wearing number 8 for the Wolves. A rare miss where there were no Wolves teammates in the open space, but nonetheless they get the ball back. Grace Johnson finding Katie O'Hara. O'Hara pushing past Janelle Hardy. And good help from Kaylee McKenzie. But South Burlington is going to get their 4th corner kick of the afternoon. Ava Ham taking it. Ham shot into the net, but the wrong side of it. That entry pass, rather. "23 minutes left to play in this contest, with South Burlington leading Bellows Free Academy 2-0. Rachel Kelly. A 5-hole shot through the defense, but McGinn was ready for it. South Burlington in their metro matchup here, not wanting to let up if they don't have to. Here's Rachel Needleman. 5 versus 5 as Rachel Needleman had it taken from South Burlington, number 5, Katie O'Hara. Pass a little bit too much heat on it. Here come, I guess, just one substitute now for the Comets. Emma Bapp, the senior, coming back into the contest. In a moment, I suppose. The whistle of the offsides before it went out of bounds, so not a goal kick. In the middle of everything, Ava Ham looking for a gap. Somehow works around the defense, gets a shot off. A great shot from Ava Ham and a great save from Maren McGinn, who has had a number of them this afternoon. Macy Boudreau got tripped up, and South Burlington had initially come up with it, but they were withholding the whistle to see which way possession went. Mackenzie Moore. Little flick over to Taylor Baldwin and back to Moore. And Moore able to keep her footing, though Rachel Kelly did not. Starting to get a little bit slick out there, it would seem. I would imagine it has been for some time, but we haven't seen players lose control yet. Great speed from Katie O'Hara. Back to Emma Kelly. An entry pass, and jumping in, Rachel Kelly got there before McGinn did, but knocked it past the back line. And in the wake of that push by the Wolves, we've got a player down for the Comets. Mackenzie Moore walking very gingerly as she goes out by the back line and is being assisted by the medical staff. Not wanting her to overdo it, they're just going to keep her down there and have a look. Mackenzie Moore had taken the last couple of kicks for the Comets. Obviously not taking that one as she's being looked at behind the goal. A good challenge there from Cadence Moore. Alexis Cattell clearing it out. 19 minutes and change to play. These are the sorts of days that you wish a company that specialized in heavily rain protective gear would be one of your sponsors. Hint, hint, if there's anybody out there who works for a company that specializes in rain gear. Katie O'Hara trying to work past three defenders, taken away by Macy Boudreau. Boudreau trying to push it up, and she too was trying to get through three players and unable. Greta Heldman had it taken away by Rachel Needleman, and this back and forth returns to South Burlington with Katie O'Hara, who tries to cross it in, deflected by Macy Boudreau and past the back line. It will be the 5th corner kick of the afternoon for South Burlington. Josie Oliveira taking it now. Oliveira's entry pass, bounced around, and the shot, it's going to be a handball perhaps, or an offsides. We're waiting. It was a handball. So South Burlington leading by 2. Have Grace Johnson looking for the team's 3rd goal and her 2nd of the afternoon upon the whistle. Johnson, wide. A big break for the Comets, and we'll see if that might spark some life. For those who might be watching this at home and wondering how things are different in this 2020 season, it's worth noting that everybody here in attendance is wearing a mask. There's distance, adequate social distance between the fans as McGinn corrals another one. A lot of umbrellas, a lot of layers. And it's a day when you feel that particular praise is deserved by the officials who are also out in these elements. The medical staff, the coaching staff, who are every bit as soggy as these players, just soaked to the bone. And here's a good look for the Comets. And I mentioned the official, our near official clearly seems to be hobbling a bit. The one who's setting the ball there, as he was running up, just seemed to be favoring one of his knees. And these slick field conditions are tough for the players and officials alike. Zemianic asks for a quick adjustment as the official ensuring the distance between the kick and the South Burlington wall. Clock still ticking, under 16 minutes. Here's Zemianic. A good look, skips off, but straight into the ready arms of Mercedes Rosie. A good look for the Comets. Again, after that golden opportunity. As another high shot, that one held up in the top of the net. After the missed golden opportunity just a moment ago for South Burlington, there was a feeling that perhaps BFA might take that opportunity to have a bit of a resurgence. And so far, yes. But can they capitalize on that renewed energy? We will see. Rachel Needleman throwing in. Jody Gratton trying to keep it despite great pressure from the Wolves. Ava Ham and Katie O'Hara running past Needleman. O'Hara on the near sideline, pushing it up ahead, met by Bunbury. Bunbury with control and space. A good cut back and a good boot up. A great back and forth from Ayana Raymond. Over to the far side now as she found Alexis Cattell. But a Wolves midfielder snuck up on her, and here come the South Burlington offense again. That leading pass was not leading as much as Rachel Kelly was herself. Offsides. Three replacements in for the Comets, including Jocelyn Chun, who is returning. The Wolves with good control, beginning to look a bit poised as the Comets are seeing less and less light through that window. A good throw there for the Comets. There was a lot of open field, and Jody Grattan had it for a moment, still trying to push it up. Chun crosses the midline and again hit the field for a moment. Oakley Mechanic knocked it out there for South Burlington. A few subs for South Burlington as Greta Heldman is set for the throw. Another push for the Wolves. The defense inexplicably seemed to part for a moment. I think they thought that McGinn was a little closer than she was, and they almost gave a golden opportunity to the freshman Anna Bennett, but Comets get it back, and here's Bennett again. This time, not a lot of mustard on it. And McGinn, again, trots up with it. Ten minutes to play in this contest between the Wolves and the Comets. BFA still scoreless in the afternoon. Semianic was unable to get it there, the junior striker for the team. Pushed out from Cadence Moore. On the far field, seems that, can't quite see the score, but it seems that there's about 6 minutes to play in the JV contest. We've had a few stoppages for injuries in this one. Thankfully, none of them seem to be pressing or serious. That said, Mackenzie Moore, of course, left the field and has not returned. Hope that there is nothing serious. Here comes a look for BFA. Jody Gratton finds Zemianic to Chun. Chun just sees a wall of Wolves and works it back, finding Janelle Hardy. Hardy back towards the middle where the Wolves steal it away. Bunbury, a great senior leader for this defense. A bit of a collision there, no whistle. For South Burlington, it was Josie Oliveira who hit the deck. Excuse me, it was Grace Johnson. Bethany Sanders pushing that one in, but nobody able to reclaim it. Hardy, a back sort of flick to Bunbury. Bunbury, onward. Lost it briefly behind her. But the Comets showing some good ball movement here. For a moment at least, until the ferocity of South Burlington again able to get the ball back. That heavy grass ate that leading pass up as Katie O'Hara down on the far end loses control. 6.5 to play as South Burlington brings in 2 more substitutions. And the rain again comes back. Not that it had left, but it just speeds up again. Taylor Baldwin over to Kaylee McKenzie. Chun, who is just, you can tell, a real ball of energy when she's on the field. Unfortunately, has had to leave twice after getting shaken up 2 different times today. And the wind and the rain here this afternoon have been falling on and blowing against BFA. Nothing really going their way thus far this afternoon, and they've got about 5 minutes to try to change that. Again, in their lone preseason scrimmage, the Comets scored 4 times against Enosburg. And that was just 3 days ago. It was Saturday that they took on Enosburg. Just down Route 105. Caitlin McKenzie able to get past 2 defenders, but not the third. Here's Cadence Moore. Bunbury over to Chun. Chun keeping control. You just see that attacking mentality of South Burlington. They just close in, let nothing go unearned. And they're still pushing the ball and forcing the issue. Josie Oliveira cutting back to try to get a shot. It was deflected by the Comets defense, and off the rebound, a high effort for Katie O'Hara. As Ashley Cortez coming in for the Comets replacing Cadence Moore. I mentioned how things have been altered a bit for the spectators. A sign right in front of us reminding everybody that physical distancing and facial coverings is required. There's a limit of only 150 spectators per event, and that was a point of confusion that's been relayed to me between Dan Marlowe and the VPA. Did that mean per event or per facility? Obviously here we've got the JV game across the way, the varsity game here, and then there was another lower level game behind us. Had there only been 150 total people at this one facility, that would have made things quite difficult, but it is per event. The fans are reminded to just arrive, enjoy the game, and then leave. No congregating before or after the game. Not like anybody would want to today anyway. Two minutes and change. South Burlington, as they have all afternoon, with possession and with control. Here comes Alexis Cattell to the middle. She found Cortez. And an exceptional lead pass to the near side. Katie O'Hara takes her time, waits for some teammates. And great help there from Ayana Raymond, who intercepted a pass, but the Wolves got it back briefly. Oakley Mechanics shot wide as Maren McGinn trudges up the hill. Final whistle sounding on the JV contest just across the way. We still have a minute and 5 seconds. Both teams still showing a little bit of fight, but South Burlington's fight has been decidedly more vicious this afternoon. This is a very fierce Wolves squad. Their spacing has been excellent. And their ball control and coordination has been on a different level this afternoon. Here's Hardy, pushing it out in the ditch near us. Final throw, perhaps, from Greta Heldman. And as the clock ticks down, that will be all that she wrote. Not the season opener that the Comets had in mind as they fall to the South Burlington Wolves by a score of 2-0. For Ben Marlowe's squad, a tough opening loss, but as he reminded me, with everything, part of the process is to learn, to compete and to learn. And I'm sure they'll learn from this and get better going forward, as will we in our broadcasts of live sporting events all across Franklin County. We thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to future broadcasts that we might be able to bring you. Before we sign off, however, we would one more time like to recognize some of the great sponsors and supporters that we have at Northwest Access. Of course, today's broadcast is made possible by Northwestern Orthopedics, JC Image, and the Collins Pearly Sports Complex. And we want to continue these live broadcasts throughout the athletic season, but we do need your help. So if you or someone you know owns a business or runs an organization that would like to donate to the cause, please reach out to the staff at northwestaccess.tv, or you can call 802-782-8888. 8676. For all of you who have joined us in this broadcast, we thank you. We look forward to the next one. And be sure to check that website for our broadcast schedule as well. Final score again, South Burlington 2, BFA nothing. I have been, continue to be, and always hope to be Wesley Kempton. Until next time, so long.